Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Loners. We appreciate you guys being here.
Brian
Please.
copied my shirt today.
Whatever, she's copying me. I wore it first.
I picked that shirt out.
You guys let us know who wore it better. Oh. All right, this is episode 167. Run the intro.
I'm wearing a better.
Mine has a better backstory because I got it in Thailand,
I picked
and it's
it out.
awesome. No, she didn't.
I picked it out.
Anyway, I'm just kidding.
For me, and then he wanted it.
She looks better in the tie-dye. But we hope you guys have been doing well. Just want to say thank you again for coming and stopping by. If you haven't, please jump over to our blog channel and also follow that. So today we're going to be doing a video called French versus American Homes. 8 differences. American things you'll never see in France. All right. Let's see you French people.
Salut tout le monde! Welcome back to Unintentionally Frenchified. I'm officially on August vacation in the US, and I thought it was the perfect time while I was getting to shop at Target, go to the grocery store in the snack aisle, getting to wear my workout clothes everywhere, that I'd also do a video about American homes in the US. I always notice when I come back certain things or accessories or functionalities of American homes that we never see in France. So I wanted to start outside because it is very convenient things about American homes that I don't see in France. Has to do with the post office, which is not my favorite part of France. The post office has made me cry numerous times. But what's so great in the US is that with your mailbox, you, of course, the mailman drops off letters. But if you want to send letters, all you have to do is open the mailbox, put in your letters, and then you just raise the little red flag. And it tells the postman that you want him to pick up the letters that are inside. It's very convenient. And I know in France, they're starting now where you can choose a time, tell the post office, leave something.
I feel like I forgot that that's even a thing.
Probably because you haven't lived in a home in like
Yeah.
over a decade.
I was
Or
like,
you
I don't
haven't lived in a
remember
home
that.
as an adult.
Yeah.
So you never had mail to send out as an adult.
Oh my God,
at
that's so
home.
crazy. I didn't even think about that.
But I do remember that.
I don't remember ever doing that. Wow.
It's also pretty rare that people are sending out like letters and things.
Yeah.
A lot of things are digital now.
I mean, yeah. That's interesting.
But it's fair
Inside,
for the old
etc., and
people.
plan like a whole appointment to get your mail picked up. But I think it's kind of nice that you just have this nifty arrow. Behind me, you can see some of the neighbors' houses next to my mom's house. I always feel like I've made it home to the Midwest when I drive up and there are no fences or walls or things blocking the front yard. In the US where I'm from, you can't really see inside people's backyards, but the front yards tend to be really open. That's not to say that sometimes you won't see fences, but usually you can see what's going on in people's front yards. As you can see, the 3 neighbors behind me, there are no fences in their front yards. One of the things that I feel like is typically American as well.
Do you have a fence on
No.
your front yard?
And I haven't really seen that
Yeah, it's usually like,
in the back.
yeah, or
Yeah.
sometimes it's like a hedge. Maybe.
I guess in France they block off the
I don't
fronts.
know. I hope she shows France because
Well, when I drive
I know,
up
yeah.
or I come to homes in the US, is that there tends to be a lot more cars
Yeah.
versus the number of people who live in the house. So you can see here that there are 2 people that live at my mom's, but they have 1, 2, 3, 4 cars in the driveway, and all 4 of those cars
Yeah,
are
totally.
their own cars. And in France, I tend to find that a lot of times there's 1 car for 2 people, or maybe you've got 1 car for 1 person and 1 car for the other, but
Well,
there's not.
in my opinion, that makes sense because in France they probably are able to walk to somewhere to get like public transport easy.
yeah, this is also the Midwest.
That's what I'm saying. Like
So-
somewhere like this, like in my hometown in the South, you would not be able to walk to public transport. Like from where I was living, like
Nah.
you could, but it would take you like hours.
It's not convenient.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure over there, they are.
Not 2 cars for each person. This tends to be very American. So as I walk into the house, you can't feel it the same way that I can.
Tour
But
empty.
there is, first of all, a golden retriever. It's pretty American. Say hi, Piper. Say hello to everyone.
That is
It's also
very
the
American.
blast.
Linda says that's what I am.
That's Brian in a dog form.
cold, icy air that I'm feeling right now as the air conditioning takes over. There is so much air conditioning in the US. I have personally maybe been in one home in France that actually has air conditioning. Yes, there's air conditioning in offices, there's air conditioning in restaurants, in grocery stores, but when it comes to people's actual homes, they tend to live without air conditioning. And in the US, air conditioning is in almost every home that I've ever been in, and it is blasting. So in terms of the difference of temperature outside and inside, it's huge. The next thing I'm gonna show you is maybe my most favorite thing about American homes that I
we're getting a
wish
tour
we
of
had
things
in
we already know.
France. And it's actually part of the windows, which sounds kind of weird. But if I open up this window, you guys will see that there is a screen on the window. So a screen pretty much lets us open up the window, get some fresh air in here when the air conditioning's not on, and it keeps out the mosquitoes, the bugs.
That trips me out. You guys don't have screens and stuff. I'm trying to remember when we were in Europe and stuff if there were screens. In the hotels, no, there weren't.
No, but there wasn't bugs flying around either. I feel like there's bugs flying around.
Oh, what about in like Thailand? Was there screens? No. Huh. But there were bugs.
Fucking mosquitoes.
Yeah.
The flies,
I don't think I've
etc.
ever been to a hotel that had a screen on the window anywhere in the world. I don't think it's a common thing.
guess
So
that's true.
That's our perspective, but she's talking about homes.
Homes, yeah.
Never been to a home in another country, so I can't tell you.
I'm trying to think. Did we ever do an Airbnb in another country?
No.
No, huh?
Friends, I have never seen a screen on a window, guys. We have flies that come into our apartment in Paris. We have mosquitoes during the summer, and I think it's so
Damn.
convenient and so nice. And I just don't. I
Get
have
some
never
screens,
ever
guys.
seen one.
Yeah,
in
I
my
know.
home.
That's
So
wild.
You'll let me know in the comments below if you have, but these are not very common. And when I see them, I'm like, we are in the U.S. All right, so the next thing I want to show you is in the kitchen. And this is another one that I think is very convenient and that I've never seen in France before.
It's a nice kitchen.
So here we are at the sink, and not only is the sink really massive, and I don't see that as often in France, like these really big sinks, and also the sink, when you like turn it on, you've got this contraption here where you're able to move it, and then you're also able to change the type of water. This is not something I see as, as
Is she flexing?
I was gonna say because like
'Cause-
I feel like most homes here don't have this. This is like if you have a nice kitchen and you have a nice sink and everything.
I thought it was gonna be like, isn't this crazy that we have this here? Like, okay, garbage disposal. I already know that's coming next.
Oh, that's very true.
Um,
Yeah, that's so true.
It feels like she's flexing. Because I promise you, as much as this is common here, it's also not common at the same time.
Yeah,
This is-
exactly.
the screens I would say are,
Yeah.
and then like, not everywhere has AC.
Yeah, we don't have
Depending-
AC
Well, we also live.
in LA.
When
Yeah.
you live a certain proximity from the beach, they just assume you're fine all the time.
Yeah.
So, also our building's older. So most of the older buildings, they don't have AC. Fuck. I had a dream the other night recently that it was hitting like a peak summer, and I was just like struggling to sleep.
Well, let's hope
Coming.
we don't hit that this year.
It's been raining so much.
I know.
It's already April, and it was raining like 2 days ago.
really the big thing about the sink. The big thing is the garbage disposal. Almost every home has a garbage disposal. So pretty much you're able to put food down
supposed
the sink and then you turn it on
You're not supposed to put food down.
I know.
and it just blows all the food to smithereens.
Does it? Because, well, I guess it depends how good it is. Because I fucked up our garbage disposal at our last apartment. It was an accident. Because
You're
like
not you're not encouraged to put food down.
no,
the
I
sink.
know, but I had never had one before. Because back home, we didn't have one.
You probably did. You just
No,
didn't
there's
know.
no garbage disposal. I asked my mom.
Really?
She doesn't have one.
Why not?
I don't know.
I had one. It's very nifty.
I think it's more of a California thing too. The garbage disposal.
She's in the Midwest.
I meant like whatever.
And you don't have to put all of the food in the garbage. And I find that really convenient when you're cleaning and stuff. And I've never seen that in France before.
You're not supposed to just throw food down.
This is why people like me mess up the garbage disposal.
Right. It's kind of like a safety. Like I think it's there for like just in case purposes.
Little
right?
things, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to be like shoveling food down there.
The amount of ice that Americans consume. And when I'm in France, of course, people in their homes do tend to have ice if you ask, but they don't tend to really have like massive ice makers. And when you go to a restaurant, for example, in France, and you ask for ice, you get like 2 or 3 cubes. And when you go to the US, you have like
that is
an
true.
entire glass full of ice. Sometimes it's too much ice, if that could even be possible. And if you look at my mom's refrigerator, for example, you already have right here, you know, ice that you can get at the front of the refrigerator, which I see less in France, but you can find, of course. But also just the amount of ice. So if you look into my mom's freezer, not only do you have like a massive like bowl of ice here for the ice maker, but not only do you have one there, but you also have a second one.
God damn.
So up
That's the
here,
one that
there's
leads to
also
the,
the ice.
Door,
so she's got 2 different ice makers so that she never runs out of ice. I feel like that is something that you don't really see as often in France, but that doesn't really shock me.
Got a nice fridge.
So one of the
Guys, if you know what pellet or nugget ice is
Is that the one like that you get at some of the like Wingstop has that?
Chick-fil-A, fucking
Those little-
the best.
the little-
hospital ice.
Those are good. And then you can crunch them after.
Yeah, my culinary school.
Those are
We
good.
just had a giant ice machine that had like nugget ice, and it was just amazing. It was probably my favorite thing about culinary school.
They're satisfying to eat.
They're like, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
shaved ice bits.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
final
We need to
thing
get
that is
Little
very
ice machine,
typically American in homes is we've got the good old couch over here. And imagine that I'm having a very tired day and I want to relax at night and I want my feet up. Instead of putting my feet over here on this perfect ottoman,
This
I'm
is
just gonna
American
lean
right here.
over and I'm just gonna recline my feet slowly.
Lazy ass us.
Yes,
In the dog.
just reclining. Oh, and it goes back a little bit, and then I'm just gonna relax and watch my TV.
What a beautiful
I
You
know.
guys have let me-
I'm just saying, on
This
half
girl's
of Americans here,
flexing.
most Americans don't have this luxury.
I mean, maybe they do. We just don't know.
No, I mean like,
This is the Midwest.
yeah, that's what
It's a
I'm
lot
saying.
more
So I know
affordable there.
it is.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, if you're in a city and other stuff, it's usually not.
Yeah, but that's a beautiful view.
It is of the lake.
Sunny.
Yeah, that's nice.
In the comments below if you know why, but I feel like that is very typically American to be
Yeah.
able to
Reclining
just
chairs.
recline my
Yeah.
feet. And when
Bud
I
Light
was
in your
growing up,
hand.
they weren't electric like they are now. It was like a big old handle.
That's the one my dad
that you
has.
Pull
Yeah,
back
my mom
like
had
this,
that
and
too.
then
Yeah.
your feet would go
Yep.
flying up.
like-
But super comfortable and practical, but not something I see very often.
Yeah, I remember my dad. He would get home. He'd sit there and be like,
And it'll go,
fucking go up. Yeah, and
pop
then
up like a slingshot.
and then Married with Children would come on. That show with Ted Bundy, or Al Bundy. I'm sorry, Al Bundy. Wait.
Yes.
I said funny.
How many televisions we have in a home here?
Excuse me.
For 2 people, I'm going to show you. Television number 1, number 2, number 3.
It's giving The
number
Office.
4, number
Oh,
5,
shit, bro.
and just in case one TV with the workout machines is not enough, we've also got
Jesus
TV
Christ.
number 6. And finally,
This is consumerism.
TV number. No, I'm kidding.
Imagine.
There's no TV.
It's like
And
in
here,
the
that's just all
shower.
of the thermoses, the insulated cups that we have in the U.S.
Those are
No,
pretty-
but seriously,
and
when
they
it
come
comes
in
to
handy.
TVs, there
Yeah.
are a lot of TVs in lots of different rooms, and most of the time in the U.S., people have televisions inside of their bedroom, as well as in the dining room, as well as in the den, as well as sometimes in the kitchen. And in
know, my
France, I
aunt-
really normally
Tennessee. They had a fucking TV just on the counter in the kitchen. I was like, why?
I actually have seen that though. Like, I've seen it in like shows or movies in like the 90s.
Where
they
kids
would
are,
have
like,
it on
getting ready and eating
eating
for
breakfast, and there's a
just-
little TV there.
Yeah, that was like her
Yeah.
kitchen.
So maybe that was just like a time, like a 80s and 90s thing where it was like that. They would have it in the kitchen there.
Yeah, what the fuck? I didn't get that.
I didn't either, but I'm just saying I've seen that in like
Me,
movies.
as
and,
if the
and
one in
videos.
the living room 10 feet over wasn't enough. But yeah, I would see
see
that.
one TV in the entire house. So it's just, as soon as I see lots of TVs in homes, I just think, yep,
America.
this is the US.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that is a wrap on all of the differences between French and American homes that I wanted to point out to you. Let me know in the comments below what you thought and some of the differences that you notice when you're traveling back and forth.
All
I
right.
want to see France home.
Yeah, I would like to
French
see it. I'm gonna
homes.
look up a different video also maybe, and we can do like a part 2, but like where we actually see the French home, like in France.
If you're French, did this surprise you at all? Or were you like, yeah, I've seen this in movies.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like people have seen
Probably.
in movies.
Yeah.
Now I want a home.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed that video.
It's like
If you
while
did,
my TV's
like
and press my garbage disposal button.
like and subscribe, guys. Jump to our vlog channel. All right. We'll see you on the next one.